it's time to start stream, I say, as I don't have it fucking put up over here. Good streamer. Still needs to tweet too. Oh, no one can see, so it's okay. No one can see that I just hit the camera. I'm a bit worried that this stream is going to be a bit more shaky cam because just due to the size of the thing that I'm working on, I kind of have to have it, fuck, I have to have because it's on, like, a flexible mount. I have to have, you can hear me over here. Stop doing that. It's on a flexible mount, so it tends to be more stable if I have the camera just, like, pointed down from the mount and not, I should probably close Chrome and then open the Stardew Valley OST, our good friend who we all know and love. Remember to turn your PC sound off. No. Play it from the beginning, please. Alright, okay. Make sure that it's actually playing in OBS. No, but what the fuck was I saying? Just due to the Jesus! There are many parts to this. There are multiple parts to this, so I gotta... Okay. So... Just hit the mic and drop the thing. So good at this. So this is... a latch hook rug making kit. This is what the rug is supposed to look at the end, It's called Country Harvest. I don't know if they actually make this kit anymore. I bought it off of eBay. I believe from somebody who bought it. What year is this from? It should say the year somewhere in... Maybe the directions? Oh yeah, okay. These are some completely undivided things of yarn. I see. Okay, so, funny story. Here are the directions. Do the directions say what year this was made? The copyright information does not list a year. Very interesting. So, here's our good old diagram of how to use the latch hook tool. I've actually completed one of these kits before, so I know how to use this. I started this kit like 2 years ago, and then I stopped because, as you can see by these discarded strands of yarn over here, I have to rip out 2 colors because I accidentally mixed both of the colors up. So I, like, completely fucked this thing. I didn't completely fuck this thing. It's like a small detail that nobody but me would, recognize as fucked up. But I recognize it's fucked up, so it bothers me, you know? So that's probably going to be part of the stream today, is me, unfucking this. Here's our color diagram. Let me see if I can get a better view of it. So there are a bunch of little symbols, and each of these symbols corresponds to a color of yarn. I'm so happy that my past self did this. I'm so happy that my past self did this so that I know exactly what colors are what. But yeah, fucking... I accidentally mixed up the tan and the beige. So, now I have to rip the tan and beige out. Absolutely fucked. Do not recommend doing that to yourself. Can I fold you up? I'm working on where am I gonna put the directions? Where am I gonna put the directions? I'll put the directions. No, because you guys are just inherently not gonna be able to see the directions. I'm gonna put the directions off to the side right now. But one thing that I don't thank my past self for doing is this shit. There's just all of the colors of the yarn in a fucking bag. So now I have to sort them out again. I already had them fucking sorted out. I could have put them in individual baggies, but I just put them all in one big fucking bag. Also, I just realized that I don't have stream labels open. Stream labels. Come here. Come here. Okay. So, first thing on the agenda, oh, I fucking forgot. I should maybe get a lapel mic for these streams, because I can't always be near my mic. So this is, you're not gonna be able to see it all in one shot, because it is big. Well, first off, this is a big-ass rug, but this is the progress that I made 2 years ago when I was working on it. Started working on it around New Year's, maybe Christmas. I was hoping to get it done before Thanksgiving of that year, the coming year. And then this bit really fucked me. I'm gonna be completely honest though. I don't know if I should actually tear it out. Now that I think about it, like, I did tear these ones out, but maybe, fuck it, actually. Because they are similar enough colors that, one, I fucked it up the first time, and two, I'm not, like, 100% sure that, like, any fucking normal person would look at this and think that there was something wrong with it. I might just leave the fucked up parts fucked up, and then not fuck up the rest of it. That sounds like a plan. I am probably going to tear my gloves during this, because this canvas is very stiff, and the ends are very pokey. I really should have found my painter's tape, and painter's taped around the edges of the canvas. Because, like, the canvas for this has actually made, like, holes in fabric that it's come in contact with. It's, like, kind of genuinely a little bit fucked. Yeah, so I don't actually feel like tearing out all of these bits, and the thing about it, too, is that for some reason the tan is, like, really prone to, unraveling, which I don't like. So I might just leave it in just to have less fuss. I really should have used my painter's tape because this is gonna, like, suck ass. Coming in direct contact with my legs is gonna keep scratching me. like trying to, instead of looking at the directions, I'm trying to summon the memory of how to use this thing. What if I just pull all the dark brown and I do the border around here, just so I don't have to do fucking anything else right now? It breaks my heart that I have to leave it fucked up, but I also don't feel like fixing it. Like, I feel like it'll be a time sink that isn't super worth it. Get a big tuft of brown. Oh, this is a fucking awful way to store your yarn. Don't ever fucking just... I know that it seems like it's a bit more of a hassle, but just... if you have one of these kits and you have to put it away for a while, just separate the yarn into separate baggies and then put them in a big bag. Don't just shove the whole thing in one Ziploc bag. I probably don't need this much. I do not have all the brown bits in the cornucopia done, but that's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. So, as you can see, I have it folded in half, because I was attempting to do this half, the left half of the rug, before I even started on the right half. And I'm going to continue doing that, because I don't feel like working... I don't think that I can stream it with it opened all the way up anyway, because this thing is big. This is a big fucking rug. I can't even get the first half completely in the shot the way that I have it set up. But yeah, let's start on the... I'm gonna have to open this up and count how high I did this. Okay, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 73? Is it supposed to be 73 high? These blocks are each one. Okay, 10 by 10, or yeah, 10 by 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many did I say? 73? Did I say that it was 73 high? Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense then. It's supposed to be 75 high. Yeah. It's supposed to be 75 high. So, I did not do these two top ones. Oh. This thing is so fucking big that it's hard for me to... I did not do these two top ones, which need to be done for it to be 75 high. So I'm just going to do this border. This is gonna fuck up my sweater. This is absolutely gonna fuck up my sweater. If you want to destroy my sweater... Oh. is absolutely gonna fuck up my gloves and my sweater. Dear God, please. I haven't done this in so long, and I've never done this with gloves on. Okay. No! This feels so fucking comical. Like, dude, I'm like desperately trying to roll this up in like a way that it's not going to like fuck everything. Okay, I think I have it rolled, but now it's not on fucking camera. Scuff. Scuff. So, what you do. Oh my god, if I could do it correctly. Actually, I think I'll use one of the top ones to show how the hooking actually works. I'm just gonna hook this bit. Dude, my ankles fucking hurt. I don't know who decided it would be a good idea to fucking hammer me in the ankles. They didn't actually hammer me in the ankles. This is just from standing up all day. And also the fact that it was chilly this morning. It's still chilly. Try not to get the strands of the... I don't know why I did that part and not this part first. I would love to get this rug done. It would be nice to maybe work on, I have some blank canvas that doesn't go with any kits. Because I had designed a rug. I think... I can't remember where I put that canvas either, but I had designed a rug, and I think I'm gonna try to work on it after I finish this one. I just realized because of the way that I have it cropped, the hook I don't think has even appeared on stream yet. Oopsies. remember exactly when, I remember exactly when the last time I worked on this was, because I think the last time I worked on this, I was watching the fucking Petscop video, essay, the Petscop video essay, where the dude was like, there's no way the main character of Petscop can be trans. That simply doesn't make sense. And then me and like every other person was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you think that all trans people in their day-to-day lives are like constantly like, and I'm trans? Like, sure, some people, but not all people. Like, they were like, I think they said that it would have been bad representation if he was trans, because it would, because of the whole making characters a minority and then not really doing the work to imply, or like to state it in the story. But like the thing about it is that not only it really is a genuine negative if you like, if you're like, oh, our story's so diverse because we have a trans character. Like, if they were just like quietly like answering questions and it's like, oh yeah, it's that way because he's trans, but it didn't feel like it would make sense, since like the only people that he interacts with are his family, and like if he had already socially and medically transitioned, then it wouldn't make sense for them to talk about it. I don't know, it's complicated. Wait, okay, so is it supposed to be 3 rows? No, it's only supposed to be 2 rows. Okay, wait, so... No, okay, but it is pink over here, so... It is just the weird way that they printed on this canvas. Because it does go pink throughout. Right. Okay, so it's supposed to be this top one and this bottom one, not this one. This one is supposed to be green. Sorry for opening the stream with trans Petscop theory. I'm gonna move this off of the actual rug since I have to roll it up. Anyway. Oh, I'm hunched, I'm shrimped. I would like to make a couple rugs, with my, needle punch as well. I have some canvas for that, and I have all the tools. I just don't have a design. I do have an idea, though. I do have an idea for a design, so... I'm going to do this bottom row first. And then I'm gonna do the top row. When I finish this, I have to figure out how to seal it, because the previous kit that I made is unraveling a bit. I have to go back and fix it. Not the yarn, but the canvas is unraveling because of the fucked up way that I cut it. And I would like to not do that a second time. Eek. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, never mind. That was just me not following what I was literally just saying. Oh my god, my ankles hurt so bad. They ache. My ankles. It would be really funny if I did literally every part of this except for the fucking cornucopia. Just because of how, fucking worried I am about fucking up the cornucopia even more. Oh my god. I fucking hate that bitch cornucopia. Okay, I can see literally the part where I stopped on the color part, on the actual filled in part. Yeah, I stopped before I was doing any of the blues. Okay, I see. Yeah, so I think for today, what we're gonna do is we're going to hook in the border. And then maybe start on, like, the corner of the, black and blue part. No! Cornucopia. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still haven't explained how you... Okay, so what you do is you take the strand of yarn and you hold it up like this. You push it up and you put the two tails of the yarn in here. The hook has this little thing that goes down. It tightens up when you pull it down, and you just pull it through the loop. Like that. I refrained or attempted to refrain from doing these bits, even though that they're easier because they're mostly just a solid color. I refrained from trying to do them because it's a little bit harder to hook something when there is already yarn above it, because you run the risk of like fucking up the yarn above it, and when you have to pull it through you can catch on the yarn above it, but you know what, fuck it. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to get done at this point. Like, I've been holding on to this kit for like 2 years. MC Bone was like, we need to get you into Gunpla. I have so many unfinished Gunpla kits, and it's like, fucking, we need to get you into crochet. I have so many unfinished. We need to get you into rug hooking. I have so many. I don't need to get into fucking Gunpla. I have fucking rug hooking and cross stitch and crochet to fucking worry about. Not a dig on Gunpla, I just have a comparable amount of unstarted, planned projects for crochet and other crafts. I'd like to figure out a setup for sewing streams, so I could start doing sewing streams as well. I think it would be fun to do. You know? And it would motivate me to stop procrastinating on getting my sister's skirt done. It's an easy skirt. Like, the main skirt is like 5 pieces. It's 4 panels in the waistband. Nothing fancy, no gathering. Pockets are optional, but I'm gonna put pockets in anyway, because what kind of a fucking crazy person doesn't put pockets in anything? All things get pockets. Anything that you could possibly put a pocket in should get a pocket. Stop not putting pockets in things. We love pockets. We deserve pockets. Give us our fucking pockets. Here comes the train. I slept in late this morning because my cat was being an absolute bastard. Meef was being an absolute bastard this morning and just decided to spend what I can only assume is a couple of hours trying to force me to wake up before deciding to just go back to sleep again. So, like, on the weekends, I usually wake up at, like, 8 or 9. I woke up at, like, what, 10:40 or something? I woke up at a heinous time, for me, usually. I was planning on going to the grocery store before stream so that I could pick up stuff for dinner. And I'm going to have to do that after stream now. Which I'm not too happy about. Maybe I can move the mic closer to me. Sorry I'm being silent. I'm simply trying to focus. I wonder if these... I wonder if the VODs for these streams are going to be popular on YouTube. Or, like, perform comparably well to some of my other videos, VODs that I've posted to YouTube. I think daily posts, I think algorithmically daily posts are helping me, because, like, a weird amount of my, newer uploaded VODs have been, getting views in the 20s, which is pretty high for me, even though people aren't, like, watching them for long amounts of time. The nice thing about doing the Border first as well is that I don't have to constantly be referring to the graph on this one, because it's kind of it's just a straight line. I really gotta straighten out my posture when I'm doing this. I gotta stop shrimping. I gotta start using the fucking big-ass water bottle I bought, too. There's no reason for me not to be using it. Except that I never forget to pull it out of the fridge. I mean, I suppose that might be a reason. No, I don't want to hook it like that. That's gonna unravel that second one. We want both of the strands on the hook, not hooked through. Fucking rug pile ASMR. There's another kit that I want to do. It's a Christmas tree snurt. It's a Christmas tree snurt. It's a Christmas tree skirt by Hirschner's. But the kit is a bit more expensive than this one was. And I keep saying that before I buy another fucking kit, I need to finish this one. And it's been 2 years, so I'm gonna fucking finish this one, and maybe I'll do the Christmas tree skirt on stream as well. Maybe I think it's still up on Hirschner's. No, I'm sure Hirschner is a Throne, accepted, fucking shop or something. I'll see if I can put it up on my Throne. Gloves are so slippery sometimes. I can't wait to figure out how to crochet with gloves on. No, I'll just leave it like that. I was gonna mess with something on my overlay real quick, but I've decided not to. I've just realized that I do still have the background up on my overlay though, so I'm gonna fix that. There we go. Actually, can I... Properties. Alignment, opacity. Okay. I suppose I can't force it to be bold. Be bold, be spicy. One bad thing about waking up late is now my head fucking hurts. Just a little. Should probably ink more later. Yeah, because I do have the border done for the bottom part. So it'll just be this half and the top part that needs to be done. I think the bottom side, the underside of these things looks pretty cool too. The nice thing about rug graphs is that you could technically, you would probably have to simplify it if you wanted to crochet it, but like graphs for crochet, for like graph ganj, and graphs for cross stitch, and graphs for rug hooking are technically interchangeable. So I could just take a cross stitch graph and make it into a rug. I would have to match up colors with the embroidery thread, but I could still do it. Is the sun out today? I sure hope not. I'm tired of it being hot. I want to go back to winter time, actually. I lied. We are getting fairly close to the end of the second to top line. I suppose it's gold. I think I'm gonna do the gold line before I do the green line. Just because the green line, already I'm going to have to like finagle under this. My head do be hurting though. I've been going on for like nearly an hour. I think I can afford myself the time to get up and get a drink of Wawa. Get it rolled up. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the table. I'm gonna go get something to drink because my head hurts. This might not be that long of a stream because of that. Okay. Alright. We're back at Dinosaur Story. This bit is just gonna be a little bit wiggly, I'm sorry. Only a couple left. think the reason I didn't do the top order originally might be because I was a bit worried that I might fuck up. Because it's not like super duper clear the way that it's printed on here. That I might fuck up the placement of some things, but no, I counted, it's fine. And even if it does fuck up things a little bit, no one's gonna know it. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know about me. God. Apparently rug cooking kits like this were really popular in the 70s and 80s. 80s and 90s, question mark? Because when I was doing this one, and my mom came over, she was like, oh yeah, your great grandma used to, give us these little kits when we were kids. I was like, oh, that's cool. I only found out about this because my ex's mom gave me a kit for Christmas, thinking that I would like it, and she was right. She was fucking right. She was so right. But yeah, I'd like to reflect on the past week of streams. Rip to yesterday, I didn't realize, I didn't get Bowen's message that he wanted to cancel stream until I got home. And by then it was already past 6, and I couldn't think of, like, I was like, well, maybe I could do more animating alerts, but I was like, I haven't prepared myself to work on alerts, though. You kind of have to, like, mentally prepare yourself for that sometimes. Like, I was prepared to play Minish Cap. That's what I had mentally prepared for the day. I slept in late and everything just so I could be up late. Not his Bones' fault. I think he's sick right now. So, like, even if he wasn't sick, if he was just like, I am busy, or I'm not feeling it, it would be fine. But I'm pretty happy with the past week. Oh no. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the past week of hand cam streams. It has made me want to do more hand cam streams because I want to. No, it's. I want to get, like, the bigger projects, like the crochet, the blanket. Okay, absolutely fucked. After that stream, after I saw how big the inside of the blanket was, I was like, oh, I should see how many pieces I would have to crochet to make the blanket the size that I want it to be, and, so that square is the inside bit of the blanket that we joined together during the crochet stream, and these bits, on the sides, that have the little, these are the bits of the outside part that I've already crocheted, and this is all the stuff that I'm going to have to crochet to make the blanket the size that I actually want it to be. So that's motif 1, I need to crochet 14 more. Motif 2, I need to crochet 14 more. 4 and 3, I have to crochet 5 more of each. 5 and 6 are edge pieces, so there's just going to be 2 each of them, no matter what. But that's like what, I have to crochet 38 more pieces. I have to crochet 38 more pieces, so look forward to that. I will in fact be crocheting on my crochet streams instead of just sewing things together. Hooray! Yippee, even. Watch, this blanket's gonna turn out absolutely fucking massive, actually. But I, like, laid the finished piece, not the finished piece, but the inside bit of it, like, out over myself, and it only covered half of me, and I was like, no, this is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. I refuse to do something like this. It's gonna be a full-size blanket, and it's gonna be fucking nothing. Look at all of that fucking yarn dust. It's gonna be a lot more of that where that came from. But it's really nice to get back to crafting because, like, the thing is that, before doing these hand cam streams, it felt like my time, I could either spend time, streaming, or I could either spend time doing crafts, and earlier, or later, in the year, last year, and I guess earlier this year, crafting would win out over streaming. But now I can do both. It's nice. I really do think that I'm going to be doing more of these, in the future. I got a lot more. I'll have to figure out the balance between playing video games and doing crafts. Because I do still want to play video games. I do still want to play video games a lot. Play a lot of video games. I want to finish video games. I'm a big fan of finishing video games. Since I found out that the Pomo farm is a Pomodoro clock, I was actually thinking, or a Pomodoro timer, I was actually thinking of, doing, like, work streams, where if I'm working on something that I can't show on screen, or if I'm working on something secret, I think that it would be cool to just throw up Pomo Farm, and then, just, like, during the 5-minute breaks in between, for Pomodoro, just, like, talk. I know that Ando used to do, Andu? um, used to do work streams where he would do a Pomodoro timer, and then be, like, mostly silent during the 25 minutes of work. They were, like, focus streams or something. I think it would be cool to do that with Pomo Farm. Just, like, do you have something that you need to work on? Do you want to work alongside me, kind of like parallel play? I think it would be nice to do, because not everything that I work on I can show on stream, you know? I would probably be muted during work time. I imagine it doesn't sound like super duper appealing, but I know that, sometimes something like that can be a bit helpful, you know? Although I suppose that most people just want, like, something playing in the background while they're working, but I don't know. I think it's neat. And I do want to play Pomo Farm because I did buy it. It's not like the sort of game that you can really play, you know? It's more of a, it feels more like an app than anything else. Like, it feels like the sort of game that should be on a phone and not on a computer. Computer. Oh, I should have posted the, fucking... I should have posted the stream link with the Wikipedia article for rug hooking. I imagine there is one. Oh my god, doing so much work off the camera. No, I'm still pulling it off camera, though. I will do literally every color in this rug to avoid doing the fucking tan and beige bits. Okay, the more I look at them, though, the more I'm like, yeah, I do actually want to rip these the fuck out and start over. Like, it'll definitely fuck up the, yarn, but, like, it's fine. I'll just work through it. I'll twist the strands back together. I like how, when I first got into rug hooking, I was like, oh, can I buy blank canvas and do this myself? Do I have to get a special kind of yarn? Every resource was like, yeah, you gotta get a special kind of yarn, because if you use regular worsted weight, it'll, like, it'll unravel. And it's like, bitch, the rug yarn unravels. What are you talking about? Just use regular worsted weight. No one's stopping you. Oh, you were at Dollar Tree? Will this be like a fuzzy rug kind of thing? Yeah. I mean, not any fuzzier than any other pile rug, but yeah, it will be a rug with pile. Ooh. E. Oh, I need to pull more brown out. I don't have enough brown. There's a big glob of brown over here, so there's no need for me to worry. Big globule. I think that's enough brown to finish this part off. I looked at those boneless steaks. I thought you could microwave them, but you gotta pan-sear them, it seems. Boneless steaks at Dollar Tree? I mean, I know that Dollar Tree sells meat. I mean, I guess you could describe those as steaks. I wouldn't... I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and I certainly would never describe them as steaks, even if they technically are. I don't think we really sold those. I know that we sold pork chops, and I was always like, there's no way that this could be good. There's no way that these could be good. Dollar Tree pork chops. I shouldn't have knocked him, though. I should have knocked him before I tried them. I never bought any. I should have made tonkatsu with them. I should make tonkatsu now. I bought oil for frying chimkin, so I can fry pork now as well. But I didn't pull any meat out to thaw, so it's going to be too frozen for that. Had some tonkatsu ramen, it was really good. Forcing myself to stay in frame. I really should have brought the painter's tape out for this. I think I know where I put my painter's tape. Because, like, warning, if you decide to do rug hooking, like, this shit is fucking sharp. Like, it's not super duper sharp, but it'll scratch ya. It'll get ya. Crayon fruit snacks. Sadly, they're not crayon shaped. Yeah, I think I remember those too. I think the coolest thing my Dollar Tree ever got was we got as dead stock from a Rite Aid that closed down. We got Digimon folders that were literally 20 years old. I guess the Rite Aid had like a box of Digimon folders that they had never sold. So they just gave it to us because they were closing down. And me and my coworkers, I think like 2 of them got sold to customers, and then the rest of them, me and my coworkers just fucking like bought entire sets of them. I have like 2 sets of them. Maybe I'll do a Digimon stream. If I ever do a Digimon card opening, I'll do a Digimon stream with some of my Digimon memorabilia. Because I have a couple of items from Digimon from, like, around the 2000s, Digimon items. OG Digimon for cool pets were my favorite. I got Teddymon once. I've been thinking about getting one of those Digimon Vitality watches. Um, Vitality bracelets. Um, there's just a Digimon Fitbit. I've been thinking of buying the Digimon Fitbit, but I haven't taken the plunge, even though they're not that expensive. They're like, what, $60? Honestly, like, Digimon is pretty. People have some pretty fond memories of Digimon. I'm going to be completely honest. I think the reason that Digimon lagged behind Pokemon so much is that I don't think that they had really as tight of a franchising scheme as Pokemon did. Uh, because like Pokemon's schedule is like you get a game every you get a game every year. You get like a game, you get a fucking DLC or a remake. Fucking every like couple of years you get a new fucking generation for the anime. New cards roll out. Like Pokemon just has like a really tight schedule, which much to its detriment, because it means that parts of the series that require more time to develop, like the games, are starting to come out like absolute dog shit. A lots of Digimon games are hit and miss. Yeah, a lot of the Digimon games, like the Digimon games, don't have like a consistent like genre or gameplay type, and they vary in quality. Um, the original Digimon card game was apparently absolute dog shit. Um, and I mean like the original, and not the second American or the second English Digimon card game, because uh, um, I believe there were like two of them. There was like it kind of like how Yu-Gi-Oh had two card games. Yu-Gi-Oh had a card game before the actual Yu-Gi-Oh that we know, and it was absolute dog shit. It was awful to play. I don't think it ever got. I'm pretty sure that it never got translated into English, but Pokemon games are all mostly the same, pretty much the exact same, and then variation on the formula or like new genres are relegated mostly to spin-offs. Pretty much entirely to spin-offs. You know about the Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not like explicitly tied to Season 0, but it is basically the Season 0 to the Konami card game. I believe it was done by Bandai, and it sucked ass. Um, I believe. But like, yeah, if there's one thing that Pokemon, that you can commend for Pokemon for, is the fact that they have like a really, really tight, grip on their franchising. Um, Like, they really know what they're doing, with the scheduling for, the franchise and shit, even though sometimes it makes the actual products worse. I think it was in Bones chat where somebody was trying to argue with me that they could absolutely push back a Pokemon game a year or two and it would be fine because they'd make a bunch of money off of merchandise. And it's like, no, you don't understand though. It's not just the game that relies on the game's release. It's also the anime and the card game and also the merchandise. Like, the last Pokemon game to get delayed was Diamond and Pearl, and apparently that delay was so fucking disastrous that they just decided that they would rather put out a game that fucking sucked than delay a Pokemon game ever again. Playing a bit of Pokemon Masters and it's pretty good. That's the Pokemon Gacha game, right? I don't know if Masters actually does anything that... I feel like I'm just generally pretty gacha gamed out. Like, I don't... I played Fire Emblem Heroes for like 3 years. I don't care anymore. It's a shame. I know Pokemon plushies are in high demand. Well, just for me personally, it's not me adopting a mindset. It's just that gacha is genuinely not fucking fun. Like, I got into Fire Emblem Heroes because, like, I like Fire Emblem, and I was, like, interested in the things that they might do with... Because little stories are just part of Fire Emblem in general because of the supports, so I was interested in seeing if they would, like, do supports between characters from different games. Like, it would be interesting to see a support between this character and this character. And, like, they consistently weren't doing interesting enough things with it, and also the game was getting less fun. And I don't spend money on gacha games because I don't fucking like microtransactions. I hate spending money. I'm not going to do it. You have to approach it like gambling, don't get hooked in. So, like, the thing is that gambling also isn't fun, though. Like, you keep saying don't get hooked in, but, I've never gotten hooked in because gambling isn't fun. Like, it's not fun, like... I don't know how clearly to say that I'm so sorry I'm, like, built a little bit different. Stuff like gambling isn't fun to me because I hate losing. It's just not fun. Like, I know that there are people who do get hooked in, and I'm not, like, saying this to, like, say that I'm any better than them. It's just, like, I think my brain works a little different because, like, my grandma had, like, a horrible gambling addiction, and, like, I never understood it because it's like, but you're losing so much money, and you, like, win very little. Like, and it doesn't feel good when you win. It's not like sad, because, like, I've done, like, I remember when I was a kid, every year we would do a field day, and they would have, like, bingo for prizes in the library, and I don't think that you, like, I don't think that you had to pay money to do the bingo. I can't remember what it was, but I remember being like, I remember visually being like, if this was for money, I wouldn't do it because it wouldn't be fun. I can't remember if you lost something by losing the bingo, but it's just not fun. I will spend a little, but realize that it's not healthy and stop. Just don't spend any. It's not worth it. It's not that it's not healthy, it's just that it's not worth it. What are they giving you, a JPEG? Who cares? I think it's a bit of the reason why I don't enter giveaways or anything either, because it's like, I just assume that I'm not going to win anyway, and I know that it's not going to be satisfying even if I do win. I think the bike raffle might have also had something to do with it, because when I was in elementary school, they would do a bike raffle every year for, like, you would get a ticket in the raffle, for each book that you read and did. There was, like, a computer test, to test and make sure that you had, like, actually read the book and remembered plot points and had, like, retained the information. And I love reading, so I would just read stacks and stacks of fucking books. I was just constantly fucking reading, because I loved reading. And I did also like winning. But, like, the thing about the winning was that then I just had, like, I just had a bike that I couldn't ride. You can rapidly get into sunk cost fallacy with stuff like that. I'm about to say, but just don't, though. No, I, like, get it. I, like, get it on a normal human brain level. Like, I understand what the sunk cost fallacy is. I've just never gotten it on a my brain level, because I don't work like that. Generally. Or I guess technically I do, just, like, in different ways. Like, I'm not gonna gamble, but if I've gotten halfway through, like, a craft project, I'm like, oh, I've already worked so hard on this, I have to fucking finish it. I guess that's a type of sunk cost fallacy, you know? Like, I've already put the work into finishing this halfway. I've already put the work into this rug. I can't just leave it sitting there for 2 years, I say, as I leave it sitting there for 2 fucking years. I suppose. I guess it's something akin to being self-aware. I am really a stickler for my own personal values. It really annoys people a lot that I have, like, a moral compass and and, like, personal values. I think with art it's different than gambling. You have a rug to show for it. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, even though it's not like the same exact thing as gambling, it is still a form of sunk cost fallacy, because I'm telling myself that I've already put the effort into making so much of the rug that I have to finish the rug. And I do this with other forms of art too. There are some times where I'll be, like, working on an illustration and it'll be like, I fucking hate this, I think it looks like shit, but I'm already literally halfway done, so I'm going to finish it anyway. But I think also that's just a normal part of the art process. Like, when you're, like, in the middle / like, near the end of literally any art piece, you're going to think that it looks like shit. That's just kind of a thing that happens. I call it, I've looked at this too long. Fun updates in the realm of living and in the realm of apartment living. Last night I was brushing my teeth and I heard something fucking crawling in my bathroom wall. I can't tell if it was crawling in the wall or if it was one of my neighbor's pets, like, being insane in their bathroom. I'm hoping that it's number 2. Because I would really love to not have to talk about I would really love to not have to talk to apartment management and be like, hey, I hear rats in the walls again. My artist friend has the same issue with all her work. She's so good, but she gets frustrated with her art. Yeah, it's just an artist thing. Like, my brother keeps asking me to, design a tattoo for him, and I'm like, I'm not going to fucking do that, because I know as soon as you get that tattoo, I'm gonna fucking hate whatever I drew for it. And it's gonna be on your body forever, and I'm gonna have to look at it forever. I'm not gonna draw your fucking tattoo, because then I'll have to look at it forever. He's like, hey, I'll pay you for it. And it's like, absolutely not. That's going on your permanent body. I refuse to do that to myself or you. But mostly to myself. The more I think about it, the more I think I'm just into, not like gambling, but, like, if a gacha game is okay enough. Oh, I did also play Obey Me, I guess. But I wasn't playing Obey Me for the gacha bits, I was playing Obey Me for the Otome game bits. Even though, Playing Obey Me is like desperately trying to play a visual novel as a gacha game is running in the background. Like, it's got a lot more writing than the typical gacha game, but it's still got enough gacha elements to be annoying. Like, if they charged me $20 for Obey Me in the form of a regular visual novel, I would just buy Obey Me as a regular visual novel. It's a good point. I never thought about the burden of asking for certain things can put on an artist. Like, I know that there have been a couple of other artists, I've seen it from a couple of other artists who are like, I mean, I guess you can use my work, for a tattoo, but I like, if I, like, because the thing about designing a tattoo, as an artist, it's like, you gotta think about the fact that it's gonna be on somebody's body forever and stuff. You know, another problem with gachas, they tend to shut down suddenly. Fucking, Dragalia Lost shut down, which is fucked, because I played a little bit of Dragalia Lost when it came out, but the problem is, because Dragalia Lost has had that thing where it would let you play, like, 30 minutes of it, and then it's like, and now we have to do the full download, and the full download was fucking huge. And then I don't have any fucking gacha games on my phone or anything. Yeah, because Dragalia lost when you played it, or at least the like little bit, the little slice of it that I played, felt a little bit more like an actual fucking game than like Fire Emblem Heroes or the gameplay parts of Obey Me do. Um, uh, but when I went to go download it, it was too big for my phone at the time. And then when I heard that it was shutting down, I was like, oh, I should maybe play some Dragalia Lost since I always wanted to play it. And I don't have any gacha games on my phone. I should have enough space for it. And I tried to download it and it was too fucking big for my phone. Again! Like, that's another problem with gacha games, is that, like, you can only have one on your phone at a time because they're huge. They're fucking huge for no reason. It's not like you're fucking hiding fucking god tier goated gameplay in that huge file size. Now I have to pull out the gold. It's nice that there's just like a pile of it, like right here at the top. And maybe the green too. Maybe I'll pull out enough of the green. I had memory expansion in my phone, and same deal. When I got my first smartphone in 2018, I had high expectations for phone games. I was very disappointed. Yeah, phone games aren't really real games. Despite how many Japanese developers have made a pivot to mobile gaming because it's a bit more popular in Japan. I honestly would categorize mobile gaming is like mostly a fad here. Wait, okay. Am I actually pulling the right color, though? Yes, I did pull the right color. The problem with this kit is that there are too many fucking colors here that look too similar to me. I just had to check to make sure that I was pulling gold and not the light brown. This isn't light brown, by the way. This is absolutely not a light brown color. This is not what I would describe as a light brown. The only one I really like is Plants vs. Zombies 2. Yeah, but Plants vs. Zombies started out as a PC game, if I remember correctly. It's a mobile game port. To me, it's full on crazy pants that developers are making more and more mobile games like a game I like. Division is now launching a mobile game and my stupid brain wants to try it. I mean, if you want to try it, there's no shame to it, but, like, in my mind, anytime I see, like, oh, here's a mobile game for, like, a established franchise, it's like, oh, it's like the equivalent of getting, it's like the game equivalent of getting a McDonald's toy instead of a real toy. Oh, Plants vs. Zombies 2 did launch as a mobile game? Okay, alright. I did not know. I played the original. when I was a kid. But I have not played it in years. Okay. I would like to get this on screen. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get this bit on screen. I'm just gonna have to work up to it being on screen. The original is amazing. I played it nonstop for like a month. I played it when I was a kid because it was one of like 2 games that was installed on my mom's laptop, if I remember correctly. I think it came free with her laptop. My ankles fucking hurt, dude. Standing jobs suck ass. I think I need to change the insoles in my shoes. These new insoles are not fucking doing it for me. I do kind of want to play more Obey Me, though, because I'll be completely honest, the gacha elements of the game basically don't fucking matter. It's, like, so funny. Even if you're in shape, if you lock your knees while standing for long periods, you can just pass out or fall over. I'm not standing, stationary, though, is the thing. Like, I have to be walking all day. Obey Me, is... The gacha is... If I remember correctly, the gacha doesn't have much of anything to do with... The gameplay... The thing about Obey Me is that the gameplay basically doesn't matter. It's kind of just a means to get you from one visual novel bit to the next visual novel bit. Yeah, it basically doesn't matter. Like, they're really just giving you JPEGs. Like I said, if they just sold Obey Me as a regular old visual novel, I would buy it. Even though, I'll be honest, I only like 3 of the boys, and, the writing is, like, so it does this thing, where, obviously, to be more inclusive to English-speaking countries, it goes with they, them pronouns, it goes with neutral pronouns, but it's, like, very obvious. It's very obviously written, in a way that the, like, player insert character is supposed to either, like, be a girl or be somebody who's, like, wafy and fragile. So you end up in a lot of situations where... and you get, like, basically no player choice either. So, like, it ends up in situations where it's like, oh, this man is menacing over me, and, like, it's just, like, going into, like, fucking romance novel, like, oh, he's so strong and menacing, and it's like, give me the choice so I can punch him in the face. Give me the choice so I can punch him in the face. What I want to do right now is punch him in the face. You're not making me play, you're not letting me play as an insert of me in this universe. You are just making me play in the, like, shell of a person who's just constantly ooh-gooing over anybody who will menace over them. No, I want to punch him in the face. Let me break his nose. But yeah, it's basically just like changes of outfits. There's like uh they don't add new characters really. There's just like a set amount of characters in the story. Because if you want to write a coherent story, you can't keep fucking adding people. Do a visual novel, but give you Disco Elysium choices for things. It's closer to a kinetic novel than a visual novel, methinks. No, kinetic novels give you, like, no choice. I think Obey Me gives you, like, fake choices, where it doesn't really matter how you answer, but it does still give you choices. Freedom, like, I don't know if you play a lot of visual novels, but visual novels usually do give you more variety of choice. Because they have, you know, like, multiple endings, depending on the things that you choose and stuff, so choices are usually, like, important. But, so, like, it really gets me when I play one that doesn't give you any choices. It's obey. Let me actually type it into OBS chat. It's obey me, and I believe it has an exclamation point at the end. Don't caps lock. I think I played some types of those games on Newgrounds, got frustrated that if you choose something that doesn't seem to matter, it matters big later. I would not say that Newgrounds not Newgrounds. I would not say that Newgrounds visual novels are the best, representation of the genre. Although, I don't know, what visual novel would I suggest to somebody trying to get into visual novels? But that is the thing about visual novels, though, is that it's not like the choices do tend to matter. Even if they seem small, if you're going for one thing, you want to, like, think about the choices that you're making. It is an Ikemen game. Most of the guys are, like, okay to, like... I don't like Lucifer. I know that he's, like, insanely popular or something, but I think that he sucks ass, and he's annoying. I hate the way he's always menacing over the player character. I want to break his fucking nose. I'm gonna see if demon teeth grow back. I wouldn't say that he's arrogant. He's very, he's the oldest. He's got a very, like, extremely stern older brother type thing. Like, if I was going to assign the arrogant character trait to any of them, I would assign arrogance to Memon, who is my favorite. I did. he's, he's very funny. Uh, he's like very stern, and quick to, threaten violence in order to get obedience, and I don't fucking like him, and I want to break his nose. I think he's one of, if not the most popular. And I don't fucking like him. I like Memon, Beal, and, Leviathan. And I like Leviathan because he's so much of a loser, that, like, I can't help but being, like, a little bit endeared by him. He's, like, so much of a whiny otaku loser. Not that being an otaku immediately makes you, like, a loser, but he's, like, he's so whiny, and he, like, calls people normies out loud, and it's like, oh my god. I just want to shove you into a locker. I don't think he reads, but he does absolutely, use, he uses a lot of, abbreviations out loud. If I remember correctly. I haven't played Obey Me in a couple of years. I don't think I ever downloaded it onto my new phone. So it has been a couple of years. Obey Me was also afflicted by the gacha curse of, like, the longer I tried to play it, the less fun it got. Because, like, the gameplay doesn't matter, but it does come up, and you do have to do it, and it's, like, not fun. It's not fun to do. Yeah, Beals is, he's a big, guy who likes to eat, and he's honestly pretty sweet. I like him. I think he's great. I like him. He's sweet. He's nice. All he wants to do is eat. Me too. Bitch, me too. Or wait, am I thinking... Yes, I think I am thinking the right one. And not, Cowboy. Cowboy... I can't fucking remember his name. The... Is he... Wait, is he Cow? Is he Cow? Or am I thinking of a specific piece of fan art of him? The sleepy one. The fucking sleepy one. I don't like him that much either because the story's plot kind of, like, has you... Oh yeah, I've played Helltaker before. I'll be honest, I did get a little bit frustrated with the last couple of levels in Helltaker. So I've been informed that there was, like, a secret ending in Helltaker, but I don't really, like, feel like replaying it. It's amazing how popular Helltaker is, though. Like, when I thought it was just some random indie game. I think it was one of those deals that it just, like, showed up in my Steam library randomly. But, fucking Helltaker, I was like really, really surprised to see that it has like Nendoroids and stuff. I was like, I've literally never heard of this game before, and it has Nendoroids? Yeah. Yeah, there are like multiple Helltaker Nendoroids, I think. Um, but, yeah. Um, the sleepy one, I can't remember his name. I don't like him, because the story is like he tricks you in the story, and like it's because the game is like is railroading you into him tricking you, and he's like, haha, I tricked you because you're dumb, and it's like, no, you tricked me because the game won't let me not be tricked by you. Nendoroids are so much better than Funko Pop, it's not even funny. Okay, so Funko Pops do suck. They suck fucking ass. Even the ones that are okay suck. I fucking hate. Okay, first of all, Funko Pop headquarters is in the same state as me. Um, Funko Pop headquarters is in Everett, Washington. I am excommunicating them from Snohomies though. They are not Snohomies. Um, Fuck Funko Pops. I I have thought of taking a tour of Funko Pop HQ just to see if any of their manufacturing process is or like design process is laid out during the tour. I am a little bit interested about that, but have you heard that Funko Pop sales have been going down lately? Have you heard that Funko Pop sales have been going down pretty drastically lately? Um, That's really funny. I also don't like the new Funko Pops, which are the U2 figures. U2s. The U2's figures are like better than Funko Pops, but only slightly better. I still think they're ugly. Um, I think the way that every single U2's figure has their eyes closed in like the same exact pose, like I get that it's supposed to be like their thing, but it just comes off as being lazy and dumb. The people that have massive collections hurts my soul. Yeah, multiple members of my family are like, "Oh, I collect Funko Pops because they go up in value," and it's like, no, they don't. No, they don't go up. They make like a million of these things, and no one fucking likes them. My sister's boyfriend got really, really mad because their kid, he was supposed to be watching my nephew, and he fell asleep. So my nephew opened all of his Funko Pops, and he was like, "No, they aren't worth anything." And it's like, shut the fuck up. First off, you took a fucking like 3-hour nap when you were supposed to be watching a 3-year-old. Also, those things aren't fucking worth money anyway. Get over yourself. Stay awake long enough to watch your fucking kid. He was like genuinely mad at my nephew, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's 3, they look like toys to him. It's your fault for not being awake. Like, he doesn't have to, he doesn't have to watch him that often anyway, so it's like the one time, because me and my sister were out doing something together, because we basically never get to spend time with each other without my nephew being there, which I love my nephew. I'm, like, fine with him being there when we, like, hang out. But she wanted to have a day where she got to go out and do stuff without having him around, and it's like the one day that you have to watch him, so like please just like actually watch him, and he just takes a fucking nap. Just fucking goes to sleep. Certain infamous YouTuber deep-fried a bunch of Marvel Funko Pops and Marvel merch. The thing about, like, I guess he didn't set him on fire, so it's fine, but, like, the thing about Funko Pops is they're ugly, but they're also, like, don't burn Funko Pops, that's bad for the environment. Just don't do it. I don't think that they can be recycled in any way, but I feel like burning them is probably a pretty bad thing to do. But, keep frying them. I don't know. Man, that feels like the cleanup would be more effort than it's worth. Just throw them in the garbage. They might have gotten contact fumes from plastic. Yeah, it's just never worth it. Just throw it in the garbage. Like, I know that it seems worth it for, like, the clout of haha funny. I posted a video where I burned a bunch of these things, but, like, it's generally just not gonna be safe for you or anyone else. Just don't buy it in the first place, honestly. If you want to own Marvel, just don't buy their stuff. Not sure if it's possible to small scale recycle plastic safely. Yeah. Yeah, I think the best thing to do if you don't like Funko Pops and stuff is to just not buy them. Um Nendoroids are I think Nendoroids, a lot of people say that Nendoroids are, like, better than Funko Pops, and, like, they are, but I feel like Nendoroids are also, like, an inherently different thing from Funko Pops. Because Funko Pops are stationary figures, and Nendoroids are movable figures with removable and interchangeable parts. They're more expensive, and they're more expensive because they're more complicated than Funko Pops. I'm gonna pull up on stream actually a picture of I'm going to stop the window capture on the hand cam for a sec. I'm going to pull up. I'm about to shill something out of love, out of admiration for this thing. I'm about to shill properties. Chrome. Okay. Uh... These things are the better Funko Pops. These are called Toon Eyes figures. They're so cool. I think that they look so good. They're stationary figures. They are a little bit more expensive than Funko Pops. They're about $20. They're between 20 and $25. I believe generally. No, don't click an eBay link. This is for a set of 3. Yeah, they're between 20 and $25 usually. I think that they are so cute. I hope that they make more of them. These are the better Funko Pops. I hope that these get more popular and they absolutely blow Funko Pops and the U2's figures out of the water, because, like, this is how you make a super deformed stationary figure with effort put into it. These all look good. You can tell that they made effort into, because the part of what annoys me about the U2's figures is that the fact that they all have their eyes closed makes it feel less like it's supposed to be like a funny thing. All of our figures have the exact same They're all making the exact same face. Isn't it funny? It feels lazy. It feels like they lacked the effort to actually design eyes for their figures. They all come, I think they all come in two different color variations. They have the more poppy colors, and I think they have like flatter color variations. But like, yeah, these rule. I think that these absolutely rule. I hope that they make more. It would be super cool to get a Toon Eyes figure made of myself, but I know it'll never happen. But it would be so cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Anyway. That's enough of that. Back to hand camming. I'm going to start the Stardew Valley music from the beginning again. Because it's getting to the 2-hour mark, so I just don't want the music to run out. Look at all the fucking... Look at all the fuzz! I swear this is from the yarn, it wasn't here before. This table was clean at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I suppose you do. You would just need a 3D file for 3D printing. I was actually thinking about getting a 3D printer to try out printing like figures and stuff for dolls. Okay, another thing. I have like an infinite amount of hand cam streams in me because I have so many interests in crafts. I think it would be absolutely laughable, but I think that it would be fun to do a little hand cam stream where I show off my My Little Pony collection. I do have a small collection of Generation 3 My Little Ponies. Generation 3 being the generation right before Friendship is Magic, so the ones that have the more horse faces. Because I think that they're cute. And those are the ones that, G3 was the generation that was coming out, when I was, like, a littler kid. And I remember us mostly using them for bath toys, which is bad, but... I actually have one of the My Little Ponies that we had when I was a little kid, and then most of the other ones are ones that I've bought at thrift stores. Seen the first episode of the reboot series, it was pretty good, honestly. I am not caught up. I stopped watching Friendship is Magic fairly, like, halfway through its run. I have not watched the new movie or any of the new TV shows, because I'll be honest, I'm not, like, a super huge fan of the designs. And I don't... The only reason I own so many Generation 4, My Little Ponies is because they tend to be... Because the thing that Goodwill and now... Goodwill and Value Village will do this thing where they'll just put a bunch of toys in a bag, then you have to buy the whole bag. You can't buy, like, specific toys. So they will just put Generation 3 and Generation 4 My Little Ponies in the same bag. So I just end up buying Generation 4 ponies when I'm buying Generation 3 ponies. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't like a lot of the Generation 4 ponies. I just don't like them. I especially don't like the ones that, I don't know. I just don't... There's something about the Generation 3 ponies that I just like a lot more. I'm simply not a huge fan of Generation 4's toys. And Generation 5's toys look about as unappealing as Generation 4's to me. I like 1 through 3. I like collecting the older ponies. Okay. I wish that I could find some Generation 2 ponies for, like, a good price. Let me get a good look at Gen 5. Gen 5 MLP toys. Yeah, these fucking suck. I'm so sorry, but these fucking suck. I hate them. I don't know, if kids like them, then, like, power to them or whatever, but I just don't like them. They're kind of carrying over the more simplified style of, G4, and it's, like, alright, but I'm going to be completely honest, as I've gotten older, like, if I'm going to be collecting horses, they better look like fucking horses in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not really enthused about Generation 5. Honestly, the knockoffs of G4 look better than the actual G4 pony toys do, in my opinion. But it would be nice, I think, to show off my My Little Pony collection. I have some Rainbow High dolls, because I found some while I was at the thrift store. I think they're neat. I keep saying that if I get any duplicate Rainbow High dolls that are in, close to my, my skin tone, that I might make a, custom of myself as a Rainbow High doll. Because I think it would be neat. I haven't done any serious doll customizing. I've made attempts, but I have not finished a doll custom. But I think that would be cool to do. But at the end of the day, My Little Pony, like, current My Little Pony is for kids, so if current kids like it, then it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna go brony and be like, if they're not catering to me, then it's absolute dog shit. Like, if kids enjoy it, then it's fine, who cares? It's a kid's show. It's for children. They aren't doing the marketing to adults anymore, I think. And it's not like a Pokemon situation where it's, like, very obvious that, like, it's a weird situation with Pokemon, where Pokemon is, like, a franchise meant for kids, but, like, they very obviously know that the fact that, like, adults are, like, nostalgic and still like Pokemon and are still, like, buying Pokemon merch and shit is, like, very big on their profit margins. Pokemon tries not to upset their old guard fan base, I think. Yeah, like, people were saying, like, with the fact that it's easy, that they're, like, catering to kids, like, they don't care about their adult fan base, and it's like 2 generations ago, they released a fucking, ad, that was, like, fucking, does anybody remember that Pokemon ad where it has the kid playing the Gen 1 games, and then it follows him playing all of the games, and it's like, it's still the Pokemon that you, know and love and always play. They're, like, they, like, absolutely acknowledge the fact that, like, adults are a huge driving force in the popularity of Pokemon. it was a pretty neat commercial, but I feel like people forget that like that's like a real commercial that they did. It's not like they are like in denial about them having an adult fan base. Like they know that they have an adult fan base. They know this. It's part of their marketing strategy. It's the Star Warsification of Pokemon. They know that kids are more likely to have access to a product that their parents are fond of. I don't think I ever got to play a Game Boy Color. I got to play my mom's original Game Boy. And then I got a Game Boy Advance, but I don't think I ever got my hands on a Game Boy Color. I also think it's pretty weird for people to say that they don't cater to their adult fan base at all, or they're not there is no pandering to the adult fan base. Okay, then why are there fucking redesigns of Gen 1 Pokemon like every fucking generation? Why do we keep getting Gen 1 Pokemon? It is a sweet commercial. It's a nice commercial. I like it. Was it a Sun and Moon commercial, or was it a Sword and Shield commercial? Or not so... Yeah, Sword and Shield. I think it was a Sun and Moon commercial. Sun and Moon. I liked Sun and Moon. I know there are people who didn't like Sun and Moon. I don't understand why. It was very fun. Sun and Moon is so fucked because I didn't like X and Y. I didn't fucking like any of the jib of X and Y, so I didn't buy it. And I've heard, every time I watch gameplay of it, I'm like, this looks boring as fuck in a way that other Pokemon games aren't. I might play X and Y one day. I might stream X or Y. I have no reason to play Alpha, fucking Ruby Sapphire remakes. Funny how people get upset about nostalgia, but in these trying times, I think good memories of older times are what's keeping people going right now. Yeah, no, that's actually a psychological thing. During 2020, I was like, oh, this is going to be a nostalgia decade, and what I mean by that is that, like, it's not going to be, because usually a nostalgia decade is like what, in certain decades, there's going to be, like, a sort of, nostalgia cycle, where, people are nostalgic for things of X decade, like in the 2010s it was the 80s, in, the 2000s it was the 70s, in the 80s it was the 60s. I think in the 90s it was kind of felt like it was also the 70s. But like in the 2000s it was 70s and 80s, and in the 2010s it was like the 80s and the 90s, and now we're getting into the 90s and the 2000s being nostalgic. Easy's crazy. I think the love of that time period will never die. But I said that the 2020s was going to be a nostalgia decade, and that people aren't going to be nostalgic for a specific decade. I think people are just nostalgic for the idea of a past where everything wasn't falling apart. This is actually like a thing thing that's been studied, where it's like during more trying times when people have less hope for the future, people tend to look back at nostalgic things more. People tend to look backwards when there isn't a lot of hope when you're looking forwards. Which is why we have ended up with post. It was starting to happen like in the latter half of the 2010s, but like post-pandemic, we've really seen a huge explosion in people getting into like historical dress, and like old toy. Anything that's old is in right now, because who gives a fuck about what's going on right now? We're all miserable and we're all going to die. Not to be a downer, but that's exactly what it feels like right now. I really have to push back, but underpaid, underappreciated work. Had a Burger King closed down due to not having any workers. That's a different thing. That's less of a pushback and more of a we just went through a plague that wiped out a lot of the, like, a not insignificant amount of the working population. So there are just going to be more jobs. We also had a huge cultural shift where a lot of people who before the pandemic wouldn't have accepted it have now accepted that it's normal for your kids to live with you until they're financially stable. So you get a lot less people who are so desperate for a job because they have to have a job to have a roof over their head that they're willing to take work that's going to treat them like shit. So we just had like a couple massive paradigm shifts. Don't worry about it. I feel like my work could feasibly shut down sometime in the near future because of too few workers, among other things. Technically, not even technically, so the building I work in is considered a historic building because it's been up for it's existed for 90 years. It's a building that has existed for 90 years, which means that anytime any major repairs need to get done on the building, the city has to sign an okay on it, and since we're a corporate location, that means that corporate and the city have to talk to each other, which means the building never gets repaired. It's insane to live by yourself. Like, it depends on the cost of living, but I'm looking at apartment prices on a whim. It's way too much for one person. It is, and the pandemic was a breaking point for a lot of people, where a lot of people just accepted that they couldn't fucking do this anymore. There's no shame in moving back in with your parents if you can. Like, it's certainly, it's a privilege in its own to be able to move back in with your parents, and not everybody can do that. But I think we're starting to shift the culture perspective on adults living with their parents. Because it's not like this isn't a fucking problem for people in other cultures. It's just America. You live with your brother? Yeah. A lot of people can't do it by themselves. That's just living in late stage capitalism, baby! They decided they didn't want to regulate housing prices, and now no one can afford to live in a house. But they kept pushing the fantasy of living by yourself, so now we're here. I mean, we were going full dystopia, build coffin apartments. Eh. I think thinking about dystopia in relation to real life is kind of dumb. It's a bit like being a frog in boiling water and being like, well, I could be like the hypothetical frog that's in even hotter water. Like, yeah, I mean, you could, but you're still in boiling water. Yeah, no, I know about, the internet, the people who live in internet cafes, but, I don't know, I don't think there's a really comparable, I don't think there's a really comparable thing here, and I think that has to do a bit more with, work culture and also just culture in general. No, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish the gold and green bits. I do still have to go to the grocery store to buy food for dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I want to have something... I don't know. I think what I have is ultimately going to depend on whether or not there is meat on clearance when I get there. And what it is. Is this a craft like crochet that's pretty... This is way easier to learn than crochet. It's literally just one motion. Crochet has like a bunch of stitches, and you need to... I mean, you need to be able to count for this too. You need to be able to... Okay. So, what you need for rug hooking. You need to buy a, kit that has a hook. This kit did not come with a hook, which I was surprised to find. I already had a hook because I had already done a different kit. I hope that there's a... most meat is to my liking. The only meat that I don't really go for is the stuff that's pre-seasoned. Because I like my own seasonings. I like seasoning things myself. So here are the two things that you need to know. If you have bought a kit, If you bought a kit with a hook and all of your yarn and the canvas and the graph, you need to know how to follow a graph, and you need to know how to do this singular motion. You put the hook through the 2 squares. You put the yarn here, like this. You put it in here, and you pull down. That's it. I mean, once you finish it, you do... Oh. Oh no, I've busted out. Yeah, it's literally just a twist and pull. It's always this finger, too. I have to get up and change gloves. But yeah, it's literally just that one motion. It's pretty easy. It's mostly just time consuming, is the thing. That's the thing with most crafts. I'm gonna try to roll this up in such a way that it doesn't, but no, it's gonna florp. I hope it doesn't fall off the table. In the time it takes for me to re-glove. But yeah, it's pretty easy. The thing about most crafts is that a lot of crafts aren't hard to learn, they're just really time consuming. Like cross stitch isn't hard to learn, it's just really time consuming. Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Makes it hard to put the gloves on again. But yeah, this is pretty easy. If you're interested in rug hooking, I would look online for kits. Mine is a Karen kit. Got to look at Play-Doh for your probably abhorrent attempt at a craft. I don't think it'll be abhorrent. Brain was like food at the Dollar Tree. I find that when I forget things when I'm going grocery shopping, it's less because my brain is like food, and more that my brain is like, this trip has to be as short as possible. Don't be in here for too fucking long. You have other shit to do. I know. It's trying to escape. I think it's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be abhorrent. And I think even if it isn't up to your standards, that means that you have standards and that you should keep trying at it until you can get something up to your standards. I say as an artist, knowing full and well that nothing is ever up to my standards. But other people's work is different than my work. You're always going to judge your own work more harshly than other people will. I don't hold myself to the standard. I'll pat myself on the back for there was an attempt. Poorly drawn gold star. Nah, don't sell yourself short. Give yourself a slightly more better drawn gold star. when you put on a brand new pair of gloves, it's like, fuck, it feels stiffer than a pair of gloves that you've been wearing for a couple of hours. Also note, this is definitely easier to do with when you're not wearing gloves. My hands are a little sweaty, but I wear gloves all the time at work anyway, so I'm used to it. After playing most games, let it die once it clicks. It's a very fun game to play. I think it's unfair to say that you're not good at things. I feel like, because people say it mostly in a sort of defeatist way. Like, I'm not good at anything. Wrong, you aren't good at the thing that you're aspiring to be good at yet. As a wise Aaron Hansen once said, you think I popped out the pussy drawing fucking Mozart? I don't like wearing most hats because my head gets hot too fast. I'd be thinking about wearing hats more often. The only hat that I have is my witch hat, and I only wear it during special occasions. Not trying to be good at something, which is the core issue. I don't think that that's much of an issue if you're still enjoying the thing that you're doing. You don't have to be good at everything. I'm not good at video games, but I still enjoy playing them. I'm having fun, and that's what matters. This sweater is getting hot to wear, though. I should set up the air conditioner. I think I said it in an earlier stream that my mom gave me an air conditioning unit the last time that she moved because she was like, I have too many. So it's just sitting in my living room unused. It's not a window unit, it's one of those stand-up units. It's like a whole thing that goes... Kind of like if you've ever seen, like, a basement dehumidifier, one of the big ones. It's kind of like that, but it's an air conditioner rather than just being a dehumidifier. Part of the problem with it, though, is that in order to use it, I do have to put the, like, thing in a window. And that means that I have to open the front window. And that means that I will be able to hear all of my neighbors with much greater detail when they stand outside of my door and talk loudly. Yeah. It isn't that hard to put the window tube in. I'm just worried that, one, my neighbors are gonna hear me, and two, I'm gonna hear my neighbors. You'll also hear my neighbors if I have the window open. So I'm actually thinking of putting when I do eventually need to put the aircon in, I'm thinking of doing it in the bedroom and then just leaving the door open, so I don't have to open this front window. this is the last day of planned hand cam streams, and tomorrow, the next 3 months, my plans for the next 3 months of streaming start, and I think that it's going to be very exciting. I will be doing crochet tomorrow, though, so don't worry, I will still be doing hand cam streams. Because I don't want to play the game that I'm playing tomorrow for too long. It's suggested that you only play that game in 2-hour bursts, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Some tiny Ben and Jerry's. I won't spoil. You'll have to see when I put up my schedule, provided I don't forget and accidentally put up my schedule at 1 a.m. in the morning. Like I did this week. Oops. It's a surprise, but you'll see. The long game, and I'm hoping to finish it this year, because I played a little bit of it last year, and didn't get... I don't think I got that far into it. Mystery game. It's a mystery indeed. Actually, now that I think about it, do I want to do crochet tomorrow, or do I want to animate alerts tomorrow? So I want to get the animated alerts done, and I know that I have like a lot of work to do on the blanket still, since I've decided that I'm going to do a shit ton more work on the blanket. Yeah, I think once again, I'm gonna say you should probably just be eating food, like, regularly. Are you fasting as a diet thing, or is it trying to eat less food so it costs less money sort of thing? Because if it's like a cost effectiveness thing, then I would suggest that you just eat a lot of pasta. A bit of both. I think that fasting to lose weight is a bad idea and you shouldn't do it. Personally. That's my onion. I think that you should just, like, find food that's within your budget that you can, I eat a lot of oatmeal. Hi, Punk! Just need to get a boatload of mac and cheese. Personally, I'm a cultured carbonara enjoyer. I make the cheapest carbonara around. I do it with the pre-grated Parmesan and the cheapest bacon I can find. But yeah, I think that you should just, I think that you should probably just switch to eating regular meals. I think that you should definitely just switch to eating regular meals. Like, if you're like, if you're worried about, like, it being a cost thing, then I think that you should just be, like, do you have, like, a written out budget for food? Passed out earlier. Bone? Okay, so me and the so Bone messaged me before I got home and was like, hey, I think I need to cancel Minish Cap, and I was like, okay, just make sure that you announce that you're canceling the stream. And then he messaged me a couple hours later, like after the stream was supposed to start, and he just goes, oops. I made a little tweet, but I don't think, I think most people didn't see it, that he was canceling it. I think it's because of, the stomach bug that he said that he had earlier, that he canceled the Spyro stream for. I think he's still, recovering from the bugs. I felt bad, because I was like, oh, if I knew that he was going to cancel, I would have planned something to do today. But now it's past 6 and I don't know what... I don't, like, I'm not prepared to do anything right now. So I didn't stream. Yeah, but I feel bad for everybody who watches Just Bone and not me, because they didn't, just the stream did not happen yesterday. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I hope he's alright. Speaking of, we were talking about figures a bit earlier. I have some sculpting stuff that I never used. I have like I have a shit ton of clay and some sculpting stuff that I never used because I just figured that I just never had the fucking time to plan out a time to fucking use them. I might do some sculpting streams at some point in the future. Uh, you guys don't even know how many fucking creative hobbies I have. It's kind of a problem, actually, but like a good problem, you know? I haven't done any sculpting since I was in high school. I took ceramics. And my ceramics teacher was like, whoa, your technique is really good. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I never did it again because I never had access to the stuff that I need to do for ceramics. It is not easy to get access to a kiln. It would probably be easier for me to have access to a kiln if I moved up north, because I think my uncle knows somebody who does a lot of ceramic work and has a kiln, and he offered to, like, he was like, well, if you lived up here, then you could just use my friend's kiln. And I was like, yeah, you're right, if I did live up here. Made a jar out of clay in art class. The lid sealed to the main body of the kiln. Yeah, you don't... You can't fire the lid on top. I'm sure you learned that from that, but, yeah. I'm surprised that they let you put it in the kiln with the lid on top. Because I think that was a thing, every time we put stuff in the kiln, was our teacher would be like, hey, do you have any removable parts that need to be removed right now? Remove them right now before we fucking fire it. Oh no, oh no. Okay, no, this needs to be taken off. I accidentally grabbed a strand of brown. Still came out not really so nice, but it's a decorative piece instead of a jar. I'm literally looking at some of my ceramics projects right now. They have them like up. A lot of mine are very lumpy, but the problem is that our school wouldn't fucking provide the amount of sandpaper that we needed. So you had one grit of sandpaper, and there was only so much sandpaper, and once it was used up, you were shit out of luck. So yeah, most of my shit looks rough as fuck. I've lost a couple of my pieces because they don't, I guess, like when my mom was packing them up, she must have broken one of them and then not told me, or something. As she does. Oop, I bumped the camera. Is sandpaper expensive? So okay, so I want you to remember that even if something, like, our pencil's expensive, no, but when you're buying them for like 200 kids, they are. Like, I can't remember how many periods ceramics went for, but I think there were at least 3 classes, so that would have been like between like 90 and 120 kids. That's a lot of sandpaper. Heard too many sad stories about teachers having to buy supplies for their own classes with their own money. And ceramics was a class that you had to pay for when you started it. Like, I and everybody else who took ceramics had to pay $25 up front to take ceramics. And there still weren't enough supplies for everyone. Yeah, that's just the realities of the American public school system. My school had the money to get every student an iPad, but they didn't have the money to consistently feed every student that needed a school lunch or supply all of the classes with supplies. What will you do? Fucking hate that school. I mean, I know that's a problem in other schools too, but my school sucked ass. Everybody who's gone to my school, everybody who went to a school in my district who knows, like, what school I went to, they're always like, oh, that school sucked fucking ass. It's the worst fucking school in the district. I think it has literally the highest dropout rate of any high school in the district. Them trying to get rid of art music programs in school makes me really upset too. Yeah. My school has some issues with really certain way too much going with sports instead of general education, arts and music. That's how it is in all American schools, though. They love them sports programs and they hate everything else. I think I like mentioned what high school I went to one of my coworkers, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, were you there when the shooting happened?" And I was like, "No, I wasn't there when the shooting happened." It wasn't one of the really bad ones. I don't think anybody died. Um, But it was fucked up to wake up one day and to see that my high school was trending nationally and be like, oh, this can't be for any good reason. And it wasn't. Okay, I really do want to figure out a setup for sewing streams because I would love to sew more things. I would love to sew garments. I want to sew garments so bad. I want to make garment. I think the real event this summer is going to be me figuring out how to balance my creative stuff. No, not scarves. Scarves are lame. I want to make shirts and pants. No one wears scarves. Because they're like really inconvenient articles of clothing. My only problem with sewing streams is that I feel like it'll be a bit weird because they're like the thing about garments is that when you finish one, you don't really get like an idea of what it looks like or what you've accomplished until it shows up on a human body or a mannequin body, I guess. But I don't have a mannequin. I don't have like the room to store a dress form or a mannequin right now. So at the end of the stream, there would be like no way for me to like really show the thing that I just made. You know? I'm not gonna take a picture of it on me. Absolutely not. Oh, I forgot that we're at a point in the rug where you can no longer see my hook again. Don't worry. Don't worry, you'll see the hook soon. I gotta do this really fast so you can see the hook. I'm gonna do this bit really fast. I can be lazy and I can be slow on this part. I gotta get it so the hook is in frame. I gotta race against the clock. I guess if I do sewing streams, then that means that the pattern making books, the sewing related books are now stream related. Since I think they're literally, no, the pencils are also not stream related. The handful of things that are not stream related on my throne. I know that I'm gonna have to do more rug hooking streams if I want to get this done before Thanksgiving, because, like, this bitch, like, I've been streaming for what, like, 3 hours, and I have not even gotten the border done. Like, this bit of the border is a fourth of the border, and I still haven't gotten it done. Like I said, this stuff isn't hard, it's just really time intensive. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to seeing... Actually, I do think you can see the hook on stream. Can you? No. Yes. Maybe? I do like that... I am, again, not going to spoil the game that I'm going to be playing tomorrow, but I do like that me getting back into video game streams, it's like... You're gonna play something, like, relaxing to get yourself back into playing video games? No. The yarn kit does, in fact... I showed it at the beginning of the stream, but I think that was before you came in. I'm gonna move the actual work off out of the frame. So, this is... Let me try to get the whole thing mostly in frame. I think it cuts off a little bit in the on-stream view, but this is what it's supposed to look like in the end. And you can kind of see that that's what it's supposed to look like at the end. Where are you? You can kind of see that from the graph. Like, without colors, but you can definitely tell what's going on here. But yeah, I saw it on Reddit. Don't make fun of me for being a Redditor. I only use Reddit for crafting related stuff. The crafting subreddits are actually pretty nice. Like, Our Crochet is very good. don't understand how there are people who crochet and don't use the crocheting subreddit, because it's just a wealth of information. It's so good. Like, every time you post a finished project there, they ask you to post it with the accompanying pattern. So it's super duper easy to, like, see a finished object that somebody made, go, oh, I'd like to make that. And then you literally just click on the post, you look for the bot post, and under the bot post is the pattern that you want to use for it. It's, like, super good. Once in a blue moon, I'll go to the Reddit, Let It Die Reddit, or read complaints about video games on Reddit. Yeah, I find that any Reddits that have to do with video games are not great. They tend to... Video game subreddits seem to attract some of the most miserable people on the planet. Kind of. I find that the nicest subreddits to visit are generally the ones that have to do with any hobby that's not a male-dominated hobby. They just tend to be nicer places to be. Like, the gardening subreddit is also pretty nice. The knitting... I wish the knitting subreddit had a rule where you had to post the pattern with the finished object like the crocheting subreddit does. Honestly, I think that any crafts based subreddit should have a rule where it's like you should have to post like either where you got like the kit that you're working off of or where the pattern came from, because it's just really like, I don't understand how that's not a rule that's been adopted by all the crafting subreddits, because it's just so much easier. It's just so much easier if you just expect everybody to post the pattern when they post finishing, or the finished work. It's so much easier for everyone else. Like, the sewing subreddit, most people will post the pattern that they use and what materials they used as well, and that's pretty nice. Just way simpler and easy if you just, like, post the information about the stuff that you made, so that if somebody else wants to make it, they can make it. Makes sense on YouTube when I want to look up the song they used, but it's not in the details and no one posted what it is in the comments. It annoys me, yeah, when it's like an instrumental, and so you can't put any words into it, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? What am I supposed to fucking do? I like that there are a couple of video essayists who will post in the description, not like a list of the songs that they used in text, but like a link to an image hosting site that just has the list of songs and the timestamps for them. Because I think if you post the song, it might contribute to you getting in trouble with YouTube. Are there any of those music finder apps that actually work? I don't know, I haven't used them. I had a thing for a couple of years where I couldn't fucking remember the name of a song or any details of a song except like the first 30 seconds of a... not 30 seconds, the first 5 seconds of a song. I can remember like the like a bit of like how the song went. It was driving me insane, and I posted it in Bone and Vapor's music channel, like a bit of me humming it, and someone immediately was like, oh, is that this Madonna song? And I was like, oh, holy shit, it is this Madonna song. I thought it was a Britney Spears song. I thought it was a Britney Spears song, but I had been like, it could be a Justin Timberlake song. The production kind of sounds like Timbaland. And it's because it's a Madonna song with Justin Timberlake and Timbaland on it. It's fucking. I was amazed at how many details of it I could like vaguely remember, but I still couldn't fucking remember the song. I didn't think it was a Madonna song because I don't fucking know Madonna songs. Madonna's a huge blind spot, like a huge musical blind spot for me. Where I've heard like 3 Madonna songs. I don't know Madonna either, unless it's her most famous semi-meme songs. Yeah, but I don't know those whole songs. I know the bit, but I don't know like the whole song. Like the only Madonna song other than um what's the fucking name of the song I can't type it into YouTube here because I might accidentally play it. I think it's 4 seconds. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. The Madonna song 4 minutes. It's like that song and Holiday because Holiday was on a Kids Bop CD that I had pre me being able to get access to actual CDs. It wasn't even a full Kids Bop CD. It was one of those there was a McDonald's promotion. Um, there was a fucking McDonald's promotion that gave out like Kids Bop CDs that had like 1 or 2 songs on them. And I got the Holiday one, and I would just play it over and over again because it was like the CD that I had. It's a good song. I don't know why no one remembers it. I barely remembered it. The production on that song is extremely memorable. Source, I remembered it for like 10 years. Okay, there is definitely something crawling in the ceiling right now. So I do think that maybe I will have to be talking to my apartment management about how there may or may not be animals in the walls slash ceiling again. It's because they have a fancy fucking rock wall siding on the side of the building that they refuse to get rid of, even though it causes more problems than it's good. It looks like shit because a bunch of the rocks have fallen off, and all they do is like they'll like patch up the holes and that's it. And it's like just take the whole fucking wall, take the whole siding off, and put real fucking siding there. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a bop for sure. A banger, even. I'm a lot harder on pop music, so I don't know. I think the fact that I think that it's good speaks for something. But I'm also a lot easier on pop music of that era, so I don't know. Oh no, I have to redo that. I didn't do that one right. At least have it inspected in the holes filled. No, the problem is that they are filling the holes. It's just that more holes keep fucking happening. And it's like, this happens every fucking year. This happens every fucking year. Just get rid of the fucking rock wall that looks like shit now. Put actual siding there. Like, they absolutely are just leaving it. It looks like shit. They're just leaving it there because they don't want to take the time and money to tear it down and put actual siding there. Um, that's it. That's the reason. I don't think it'll be as much of a problem for me this year as it was last year, though, because last year the problem is that my unit was one of the units where they had to fix the plumbing previously, so it was a big fucking hole in like the wall of my under sink cabinets that they just recently filled, but they hadn't filled it last year because they were like, well, you have one of the few units that has a hole. Which means that you're one of the few units that we can actually trap the rat through. So I just haven't been able to use my under sink cabinets for like 2 years. Now that pop music is in my brain. Oh, you mean Sayonara Wild Hearts? Or is it Wild? I don't know. Wild Hearts Sayonara is in my brain. You really like that game, don't you? Rent free. Sometimes games do be living rent free in your mind. Kind of reminds me of Journey, another strange sort of game. I played Journey once, on the PS3. Oh, no! I absentmindedly went to wipe my face, and I just ended up with a big fucking sweat smear all over my glove. I was like, oh god, that sucks. It's a little bit warm in here. It's fine though. It's only in the 70s. I'm hoping that it stays in the fucking 70s for a while. It would be really nice if we didn't go past 95 this year, but I know that's not gonna happen. Alright, now we just have this straight across bit to do. It's gonna be a little difficult though because we've done this in between these two. So... I'm gonna have to make an active effort not to catch on the brown bit. I hope it's not humid because humid weather makes me melt absolute straight up miserable. I live in Western Washington, so yeah, it's a little humid, but honestly it's more humid in the wintertime. Kind of. Feels... inside my apartment it's more humid in the wintertime. I have like 3 dehumidifiers going off, or going at all times, so I think I'll mostly be fine. Hopefully that's manageable in the wintertime. It's not. So no, it's one of the other problems that my apartment has. They built this apartment building with absolute dog shit ventilation. So the humidity is a huge problem in the wintertime. It's not great. It's not like, it doesn't make it warmer or anything. It mostly just fucks with all of my stuff. Yes. Yes, it does cause things to get moist and builds condensation on things. Which is why I have to leave my windows open. I have to leave my fucking windows open in the wintertime. Because that's the only solution that management came up with. No, we won't install better ventilation into our apartments. We'll just insist that the tenants keep their windows open in the fucking wintertime. This is the only way you can afford an apartment in America, is if you live in an absolute slum. Okay, maybe not like an absolute slum. It's like, okay. I just fucking wish that the ventilation was better, because it's a huge issue. Like, if I leave, in the wintertime, if I leave my windows closed for too long, the windows will start fucking dripping. Like, so much condensation will build on the windows that they'll start dripping, and they'll make puddles on the floor. That was really fun to find out when I first moved here. And I've never lived in a house with this fucking problem. It's not like a consistent problem with, like, every building built here. I've never had this problem living in, like, living anywhere else. It's just these apartments. making progress. We're going along. We're going along. But yeah, the dehumidifiers do help a little bit, but there's just some of it that's just going to be unavoidable. They refuse to fix the underlying problem with the building, so I just kind of have to deal with it until I can move. No, I think I messed that one up. Oh, yeah. There's something... Don't do that. Don't do this. Okay. Here we go. How could you do it like that in your apartment? Crack my window in the wintertime because I like it cold. I only leave the window open in the daytime, because it gets much colder in the nighttime. And also I have to sleep in the nighttime, but, the heating is also not particularly, sorry, I was itching my nose, that's why it looks like I'm frowning. The heating in my apartment is also not particularly efficient, so I tend to not run it, so I mostly just suffer in the wintertime. I really do be, very bundled up in the wintertime. Oh, how cold do I like it in my apartment? Not very. I like it to be warm. Generally I would like it to be warm. But you can't always afford for it to be warm. Like the mid-60s, low 70s, ideal temperature. Ideal temperature. I use a little space heater a tiny bit if it's too cold. True. Space heaters do be expensive though. That's another reason why I'm not running the air conditioning. Because I'm worried about the expense of electricity. I'm very frugal with basically everything. That's why I prefer hobbies like this, where I'm spending money on materials, but then it's going to take me like 100 hours for me to get the thing done. People are like, oh, crocheting is such an expensive hobby. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're really pumping shit out. If you're using expensive yarn, I suppose. that shit takes forever. You're spending less than if you had some conventional hobby where you could just spend and spend money because there's not really a huge time sink into it. Try not to run the AC as much in my apartment, but it got so hot I would put it in automatic mode when I got home and leave it off while at work. If it was just me here, I would mostly, I'm mostly worried about the streaming equipment overheating and my cat overheating. I'm fine. If it gets too hot for me, I'll just take like a shower or something. But there was a situation last year. There was a day last year where it was like really, really hot. It was one of the over 100 days, and Meef was like very visibly overheating. So I spent most of the day. He spent like a couple hours in the bathtub because it was the only way that I could think. Because I didn't have the air conditioner yet, so it was the only way I could think of cooling him down enough that he would stop overheating. And he didn't even complain. Like, usually he complains as soon as I put him in the bathtub, but he was like... I think he also realized that what I was trying to do was to get him to stop overheating. He didn't wiggle, he didn't complain, he just stayed in the bathtub. Oh god, give me the cold water. He did start complaining once he got down to a normal temp, though, but I was like, okay, but do you want to be hot again? Do you want to be overheating again, though? And then after that, every time I was at work, I would be like, oh god, what if my cat is overheating right now? Now if it's a really hot day, I'll just leave the air conditioning on. For him. I'm like, I can do this, because I'm starting to get hungry. I'm starting to get really hungry. I had a whole thing of, they had on clearance, fucking the tubes of croissants. So I made those, and I had all 8 of them from the tube right before stream. That was the reason why stream was a little late, was because I was like I was like setting up stream, and then I was like, oh fuck, I haven't eaten anything. I have the same problem with them that I have with the tube cinnamon rolls, is that like, now that I know how to make bread from scratch, I'm like, this shit doesn't rise at all. This shit does not fucking rise. I'll just make it myself. Yeah, scrunkly. When Meef is in the bath, he looks extremely scrunkly. Looks like a little goblin. Speaking of goblin behavior, fucking... The reason why I woke up so late this morning was because he was just absolutely harassed. As soon as the fucking sun comes up, he's like, get the fuck up! Get the fuck up! And it's like, I don't want to get the fuck up. I don't want to get the fuck up, though. The light doesn't... It's not... I can sleep through the sun. It's fine. The problem is just that the light wakes him up. And he's like, oh, it's fucking time. It's time for both of us to be awake. And it's like, no, it's not. I just had to go to work for a week. Can't I have one morning? Can't I have one morning where I get to sleep in? Can't I just have 8 consecutive hours for once? I have a meat alarm, but it doesn't go off when I want it to. Whose dog be barking? Someone's dog going fucking crazy insane right now. Does he like to bat me? When he was younger, he would, bat me in the face all the time while I was trying to sleep. But now, instead of doing that, he will run across my sleeping corpse. He will, like, run, he'll jump. It's like he's a little fucking wrestler. He'll, like, jump up on, like, the dresser, and then he'll fucking jump on me. Because he knows that it'll wake me up. He's such a little bastard. He's like, no, you got too mad when I would smack your face. Now it's time for me to just fucking body slam you. It got to the point this morning where, like, he knows that he needs to get off the bed, when I, like, sit up, but, like, I got up and he was like, oh no, I've done something really wrong now. Like, he immediately went into the, no, I'm so sorry, look at my belly pose, and it's like, you've gotten me up, so I will feed you. Sometimes, he does it when his food bowl has food in it too, though. Which is the problem. I don't think he's doing it so that I'll wake up and feed him. I think he's just doing it because he wants me to be awake. Like, yeah, this morning it just so happened to be empty, but, like, it's not like that every morning. He just does it. He demands pets. He really does. And he, like, won't let me pet him while I'm laying down either. Cause he knows that I'm trying to go back to sleep. He knows that I'm trying to sleep. And he just wants me to, he wants to prevent me from doing it. Cause I have to be sitting up to pet him. If I lie down, he immediately goes back to fucking running, zooming, fucking, just body slamming me. And it's like, please, please. It's Saturday morning. That's the reason why I, like, for a full year after I got him, not after I got him, but, like, in between, him getting fixed and, like, somewhat recently, I didn't used to sleep in the bedroom. That was just his room. I've only somewhat recently started sleeping in the bedroom again, because I couldn't get fucking sleep when I slept in the bedroom. I would just sleep out here in the living room. I started sleeping in the bedroom again because the mattress that because my couch is a daybed, and the mattress that I had previously, one of the springs busted through the top of the mattress, so I had to replace it. So while I was waiting for the replacement mattress, I started sleeping in the bedroom. Napping couch. It do be my napping couch. I do often think of just getting up and taking a nap out here instead of fucking enduring the repeated abuse of my wonderful little kitty. It was an old mattress though. It was like 5 years old. 5 years old? It was older than that. You can only tape it by stacking a bunch of those foam mats. Like, in general, like, I know what you're talking about. I had a friend in high school that was his bed. He just had a bunch of foam mats stacked on the floor. It's like, okay. I much prefer a mattress, though. Yeah, the yellow cheapo foam mats. I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, alright. I don't know about it on a bed frame, but, like, on the floor, it's like, okay. My new favorite type of bed are those $150 memory foam mattresses from Walmart. Don't those have... Don't those often have, like, bad shit in them, though? Like, haven't there... I don't know if it's the Walmart ones, but wasn't there, like, a cheap memory foam brand that people, were, like, filing lawsuits against because they have, like, fiberglass in them or something? I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it was like, hey, why does this mattress keep making me sick? Not fiberglass, it was something else. It was something else. Mold mattress? Did I say mold mattress? Memory foam mattress. What? Oh no. Uh-oh. What have we done? What's going on here? Okay. Alright, something went wrong with Discord on the other computer. Oh, no, I was talking about Discord. Thank you, Discord! You're so fucking helpful. No, it wasn't memory foam that was making me sick. I was talking about how there's a brand of mattresses. There was like a brand of mattresses that ended up with a lawsuit because, there was something in their mattresses that was making people sick, if I remember correctly. And the whole thing was like, this is why you should maybe not buy cheap mattresses. Okay, hand cam's back up. I don't fucking know why Discord crashed on the other computer. Wrong one. There we go. I just got a regular inner spring mattress. It was like less than $200. It's like nice though. It's nicer than the mattress that busted. I think it's the same brand as the mattress that I have in the bedroom. It was fucking insane when the guy brought me the mattress too, because I was literally there, because I have to be there, for them to give me the mattress. So I'm literally there, I hear a knock on the door, I open the door, and he's like, "Is the mattress for you?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I didn't order, like, the installation service, but I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna put it on this bed frame," and he's like, "Okay," and he immediately fucking, like, rips off all the packaging on it and just flops it straight down on the fucking daybed frame and leaves. It took like 30 fucking seconds, and I was like, what? But this man is a pro. He juggled that fucking mattress like no one else could have. It felt fucking insane. Like, I literally just pointed the frame out to him, and he's like, okay, and he just immediately throws it on there. It's always fascinating watching someone who's experienced that someone had something to it with such speed and skill. I watched a guy make one of those steel drums, made it look so easy. Yeah. I think people get that way with my job. Like, sometimes people will watch me, like, make coffees or something, and it's like, it's not like amazing or anything. It's just like something I've done over and over again. Alright. We're almost done. We're almost done, and then it's time for me to go to the store. I also hope I get some good meat. Might fuck around and make tacos or something. But there's so much stuff that you need to buy for tacos. Oh fuck. Actually, I think I want carbonara. I think I might buy bacon. I might buy bacon if there's nothing on clearance that I want. Or, also, I have tofu in the fridge, so I might buy the stuff for miso soup, but I'm craving carbonara. Like, I need to eat the tofu, but I'm craving carbonara. And all I need for carbonara is the bacon, because I have a shit ton of spaghetti. Alright! Okay, so because this is so big, I'm gonna I have to grab these too. And I guess these, but they're gonna get all fucked up in there. Okay. So, the progress so far. The bits of the cornucopia and the bits down here are what I did 2 years ago. Yeah, progress. We've got the border done. And next time I'm going to be doing this bit, the background. I'm not gonna start with the cornucopia or any of the like main stuff until I've got the background all filled. Yeah, I think it's nice. I'm going to enjoy having it finally be done. So I'm going to... Ooh. Okay. I am going to see if... I'm gonna turn the cam off. I'm going to turn the cam off so I don't have to worry about, the cam. Okay, cool. I know exactly who I'm gonna raid. They should be playing Yakuza Kiwami 2 right now. Raid the Love Slug. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I should have my streaming schedule out in a timely manner, hopefully. Later this evening. I'm gonna hit enter on raid. But yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I will be doing a little game playing. I will be doing a little crocheting. I imagine that they're going to be 2 separate streams, just so I don't have to worry about, I have a bad habit of not stopping recordings in between if it's all one stream. And I want the VODs to be separate, so see you tomorrow!